Shake it, baby. Oh yeah, shake it, shake it, shake it.
Did you see? I guess Ben Askren just woke.
I did. Right? I saw that popping up on my feed. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't even look the same in such a
Didn't even recognize him.
Yeah.
No, it looks completely different.
You know the kind of shape you got to be in to go through what that guy just went through? It's unbelievable. I don't know all the details of, I know he had like, is it that shit you get on your skin? Just fucking jumped right out of my head. Shit that eats your flesh away.
I don't even know either.
Yeah, you know it. You guys all know it. Wrestlers
like
get it all the time. Staph, yeah. I think it started with staph, and from staph it ended up his lungs somehow. From what I understand, I reached out to his wife a few times during the, she, I'm sure was an absolute wreck. And yeah, it's good to see him wake up.
Justin Gaethje, he's talking about potentially retiring and letting go of the sport.
He will walk away. He saved the company. Jamal Hill Pereira was the main event. The real main event is Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje. And I think he's at this point be like, I fought Fazil for you guys to give you a good co-main event. And he put on a great fight and he still got a bonus. At least he can do for me. I'm 36 years old. He deserves it way more than Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira 2-2 in his last 4. Justin Gaethje 3-1 in his last 4. But he knocked out Dustin Poirier. And Dustin Poirier ended up getting a title shot of beating a guy number 14. Yeah. Nobody can say shit to Justin Gaethje. They want him to fight Paddy Pimblett. I know what the UFC doing. They want Paddy to win, to fight Ilia, and there'll be a huge fight.
Will Justin Gaethje say, I'm done with the sport?
I think he's the type of guy who will. Justin Gaethje will walk away.
Damn.
I agree. He's the most honest, one of the most honest, principled guys, I would say, yeah.
Islam moves up, and obviously if Islam won the title, you immediately have a super fight with him and Ilia.
Dana said it right away. If Islam becomes welterweight champ, you have a super fight. But what becomes of the promise Ilia had to make to the UFC to not move up to welterweight if he became the lightweight champion? There are a lot of things moving right now. Paddy Pimblett walks into the cage. Arman Tsarukyan's still there. Now you hear the boss saying you have a super fight, and what we know about the UFC is when there is a super fight, it's hard to turn away from it because not only does it bring the bucks, it brings the eyes. And that's a fight that I think would bring a lot of eyes to the UFC and the product. And I believe it would be a very good fight between two of the best mixed martial arts on the planet right now. I love hearing stuff like that. I love whenever we get those types of updates from the boss, because I love when he's in a situation where he's super comfortable and he just kind of starts to talk. Because when he just starts to talk, you get stuff like this where He was talking about that. He was talking about the White House. He was talking about John Jones. I mean, he just was giving a lot because he was in a bit of a comfortable environment for him. But first and most importantly to me was the fact that we may not be as far from Topuria Makhachev as we may have believed initially when you hear his manager saying it was the next fight had one other thing happened, and the fact that you hear Dana White going, super fight's right on the verge if Islam becomes the welterweight champ.
This goes out to the one and only Ben Askren. What's up, my brothers? I know we were rivals in the ring. I just want to say, God bless you. And when I get back in America, if I could come shake your hand, brother, and just share a prayer with you, it'll be amazing, man. I know you're going to pull through this because you're a warrior, brother. God bless. Your story is crazy inspirational, what you're going through right now. God bless you, man. I'm hoping to get back and be able to just shake your hand, bro. I hope all is well, brother.
Between you two at 55, what do you think would be different?
We just have to find out, right? We're gonna people keep saying what I said that fight. We're gonna find out Saturday night. So a 55 fight, we just gonna have to find out, you know. So first things first. You know, I mean I was over the moon, you know. A lot of people thought so. I'd be like, oh my God, what the hell? Why is he coming to 55? I was over the moon when he announced he's coming to 55. And then when I found out he got the title shot, I was like, oh my gosh. I think I was the happiest man alive. I have history with two guys. They're figuring out my fight, you know what I mean? We have this BMF title, so I know old boy likes walking around with a BMF title, but you know, if he wants an authentic one, you know where to find me, you know. First things first is Dustin Poirier, like I said, but there's a lot of history. You're only as good as your last fight, man. And you know, UFC is about moments, man. You go out there, you know, and make a moment, just like with the 300, you know what I mean? We had the chances of making moments, and you know, if I can go out there and get a moment, get everybody excited about it, who's to say that not fighting for a title come at the end of the year or early next year, you know?
I think Topuria would beat Islam Makhachev. That's my opinion. That's what I think, and I hope UFC let him move up and fight. That would be amazing. 45 champion, 55 champion, and then 170. That's amazing. I think if he does that, he will be the greatest of all time. So it's a great time to be alive and to see and to be a UFC fan.